Hello everyone, welcome back to Building My Dream Zoo in Minecraft. And so I am ready to start our next habitat. Well, almost ready. But I've put together the shelter boxes here. This is just some stone, and I'm not sure if I'm going to use all this, but that's kind of what I collected for it. But the animal that I want to build a habitat for is an Okapi. And so I've decided to use mostly these bar fences, and I did check animals cannot jump over them, so that's going to work. And then I did get a couple of new mods by the suggestion of Cara Plays, so thank you so much, Cara. But I got connected glass. I also added exotic birds and as well the better foliage. So if we come outside, we can see how the trees just look a little bit better here. So yeah, I think that will really improve the zoo a bit. So hopefully you guys don't mind that. But I have decided that our Okapi habitat will be going right down in this area here. And so as you can see, I sort of started to lay out some stuff here, just very basic stuff. And so basically I put these here. This is where I'm going to put a bench. So it's going to face this way. There's going to be the main path right here. And then this is sort of the start of where the habitat's going to go. So I think it's going to be something like this, and then over here it's going to be, this one's going to be somewhere over here. So yeah, this is going to be the main viewing. I might make it a little bit bigger as well. And then my plan is to have a little bit of a staircase start here, go up, and then it'll have a little bit of an under viewing. So the Okapis can walk under this way a little bit and you can see through glass with the connected glass. And then somewhere over in this area, we're going to have a big barn. And so I'm going to have it so that they can go in and out. But then maybe have a way that we can enclose them in sort of as a keep them inside type of thing. I don't know. But yeah, but what I was also thinking, because Okapis are solitary, and so I only have one right now, but I want to find a second one and then have basically this half of the habitat like over here. And then have a barn right here come over here, and then over here have a second habitat for Okapis. So we'll have like a female over there, male over here, whatever, either way. But yeah, that was the sort of thought I had, to kind of split it, have like the barn in the center. There'll be an entrance to the barn on that side, and then over here. And I just thought that'd be nice to have it be connected. They'll be right behind each other but separated, and then I could maybe use the barn if I wanted to have a baby Okapi or something. But yeah, so that is the plan. And I've been hearing a frog. I think it's underground, so I might try to find that later. I don't know. But one of the things I wanted was one of these flower trees with the little white flowers like that. I thought that might be helpful as well. But unfortunately, I don't have any more saplings. So I think I'm going to go a little bit exploring. I think it's going to be pretty much off camera, but I want to look for a second Okapi, possibly some of the exotic birds, and then some saplings and stuff like that from those white flowers. So I think I'm gonna just do a bit of exploring off camera. I'll show you guys what I find and what goes on. But yeah, that's about what I have planned right now. And then I would also, I keep saying it, I want to make our second frog habitat as well. And so I think I should have enough time because I already have a little bit of a mock-up exhibit for the Okapis. I made it a long time ago and it's too small, so I definitely have to make it bigger. But at least I have something in mind. I have the palette already set up. So yeah, that should be quick. So I will be right back with you guys. Okay, so I actually found a couple other flamingos already. But I just think it's so funny. I guess it's the cold beach biome that they can spawn on, but it's just so weird to see flamingos in snow. Yeah, see, I caught a couple already. I put them away though. But yeah, we'll just grab all of these guys. Oh wow, there's a lot of them. But yeah, flamingos do live in big groups, so yeah, I see we caught 2 already and a couple of tree frogs. They were a really cool gold type of tree frog, which is why I thought it was cool to grab them. Okay, so I ended up having to come back. I wanted to get some more rockets and stuff. But I did find some polar bears, some great horned owls, some kiwi birds, and I showed you guys the flamingos and the tree frogs. So yeah, quite a few animals here. I made some more empty nets as well. But yeah, I'm gonna put this stuff away and the plants I found, and then I'm gonna head back up there. I actually looked at the list of places that Okapi spawn as well, just to see, and there actually are quite a few biomes, so I'm surprised I didn't see any. But yeah, hopefully soon I'll be able to find at least one more. I did it, guys. I found a couple more. Okay, hold on. Female. Male. Okay, so I actually don't know which one I found before. But we're just gonna grab both of these. There we go. Oh my gosh, they're running away from me. Alright, awesome news. Okay. Excuse me? Why are you here? Okay, stay here for a second. I don't have a net with me. I will get one. Stay here. So apparently, the jaguars can get out. I saw one of the black ones on top of the stone, or the dirt, the wall. So I don't know if it somehow climb. I think they can climb a bit. So I made the wall over this side a little bit higher, but I don't know if that will keep them in. And I made the back a little bit taller too. So I don't know how they're getting out. If they keep getting out, I may disable climbing just to be safe. Let's get in here real quick. Ooh. Okay. So I'll keep an eye on this, because even though my zoo is completely enclosed and these guys can't despawn, they're tamed and everything, I still don't want them to get out if I can help it. Maybe I'll add some more dirt over here as well. Not there. Just to see. They went over that way, so I don't know where they were going to. But yeah, I'll keep an eye on them. Alright, so I think I've got most of the area set up. I'll probably have to get rid of these two big trees here still. Probably that one as well. But the basic area is ready for me to build the habitat. So we're going to do a time lapse in just a second. So this is going to be our Okapi barn over here. And so I haven't quite decided the whole finished layout yet, but I'm thinking this is going to be sort of the entrance area. And then this is going to be one Okapi stall into this habitat here, or maybe in this way, I'm not sure. Then we're going to have the second habitat one here probably, and then exit this way, and then that's going to be the second habitat. And then we do have a third Okapi, and so I built this over here, or like marked it out. So that might be where the third one lives, and we might like rotate them out, or at least that might be like the premise of having like two big habitats and then 3 stalls, and they kind of rotate through. So we'll see how that goes. I still need to finish designing the actual build because this is not the shape that I originally had planned. So got to figure everything out, and obviously it comes into the hill a little bit, so we'll see there. But I do know basically what I want to do for at least the main habitat that I wanted to put here before I decided to split it in half. So that part I'm at least going to finish right away, and then hopefully everything else will fall into place. But yeah, as always, I'm going to have some facts about okapis. They're one of my favorite animals in the entire world, so hopefully you guys will enjoy the facts that I find about them. The history and discovery of the okapi by the Western world is actually pretty funny. No one really knew what they were, and for a while people didn't even think they existed. And then once they were discovered, no one knew what to classify them as. At first they were put into the same group as horses, because that's what some of the native people in the area compared them to. And of course they do have a similar body shape to horses, so it makes sense. However, it was soon realized that they have a lot in common with the giraffe, and that's actually their closest relative. At the time though, there was still a lot of debate about which group of prehistoric giraffids that they descended from, but what I found really cool was that a genetic study found that the common ancestor between the giraffes and okapis lived 11.5 million years ago. And because of that huge amount of time, obviously giraffes and okapis are very different. However, they do have a few really cool things in common. One thing is that male okapis will grow ossicones on their head, and it's similar to what giraffes have. Giraffes also have ossicones, and I'll show a picture of both on the screen here. However, both male and female giraffes have ossicones, but it's only the male okapis. Also, okapis have very long tongues similar to giraffes, and that allows them to eat things that other animals can't. And of course, the pictures of this are way too funny for me to not include it. And like I mentioned earlier, okapis are solitary animals. However, there are a few cases of two okapis that enjoy living together, and I'll include a picture that I took of them that I've seen before. But usually the only time that they'll live together is a mother with her calf. And of course, you know I'll include pictures of baby okapis. They're just way too adorable. But baby okapis can stand up within 30 minutes of being born, and the mother will actually keep the calf hidden for the first few months just to avoid them being found by predators. Unfortunately though, okapis are considered endangered, and part of the reason is because they're only found in what's known as the Ituri Forest, and that's located in the Democratic Republic of the Congo. And so their range is already rather small, but they still face habitat loss due to logging and human settlement in the area. And as well, their populations are threatened by illegal mining in the area. Thankfully, there are already organizations that have worked really hard to conserve okapis, and in 1987, the Okapi Conservation Project was founded. And this project helped to create the Okapi Wildlife Reserve in 1992, and they continue to provide resources to the reserve as well to the local community to help them coexist without relying on the okapi's territory. Additionally, I already mentioned that I see okapis where I work, but there are also great efforts around the world to help okapi populations in captivity. Many years ago, I visited the San Diego Zoo, and at the time they had a baby okapi that I was lucky enough to see. In fact, the San Diego Zoo has had over 60 okapi calves born, either in the zoo itself or in their safari park. As well, other zoos such as the Bronx Zoo and the Brookfield Zoo in Chicago have contributed to the conservation of okapis in captivity. And there are also huge efforts outside of the United States as well. For instance, the Antwerp Zoo in Belgium, I hope I pronounced that correctly, but they manage the global and European stud books for the species, which ensures the genetic diversity of captive populations, and they have one of the most successful breeding programs. So, despite their endangered status, it appears that okapis have a lot of people on their side, which is so great to see. And on that high note, those are the facts I found for the okapis, and I hope you love these incredible animals as much as I do, although I doubt it because I love them so much. But anyway guys, I really hope that you enjoy the rest of the time lapse, and I hope you enjoy the habitat as much as I do when it's done. Alright guys, well, the habitat for one okapi is pretty much done here, and I've had this design kind of made for such a long time. I was really excited about having this upper deck area where you could see them up above like this. It's kind of similar to the tiger habitat, but obviously pretty different. This one's above, the other one's below. I do kind of want to put a leaf on top of that, it kind of looks weird like that. And also, obviously that shelter building is not done yet. It's just kind of a shell right now, and it's just the one stall. It's going to have 3 later on, hopefully. But otherwise, this habitat is just about done. And over here, this has a lot of work I still need to do as well. But this path is also going to extend this way, so that you can see this waterfall. Head up this way. And then from over here, I think there's quite a few places that will make good viewing spots. This is going to be the main one where you can see from the bench, but then also you can head up closer. And I think this shelter looks kind of okay from over here. If you had suggestions about this, definitely let me know, because I struggled really hard to know what to do. But yeah, luckily, that was weird. This makes it pretty easy to get in and out. Also, I don't know if I want to keep these either, but for now we can do that. I actually don't know if they can get through this gate either. But let's see. I want to have their food dish. I didn't think about this before. Hold on. Yeah, we can just leave it right over there. That's cool. Alright, so I have 9 kibble for them right now. So let's see if we can tame one. Oh, I don't have my book with me. Hold on. Okay, I am back. I have to figure out a better way to light these habitats also. But, without further ado... Okapi! Oh, it's scared of me. Come back, friend. No. Yeah! Okay, so this is the female. Also, I don't know if you see this right here. You can put a saddle on them. So I'm thinking, since I have 3 Okapis, I might have, you know, the 2 that have the habitats, and the 3rd one I might have a saddle on as well. Because I think that's so cool. But let's take a look a little bit from outside the habitat here. There she is. Let's take a look from our viewing since she's over here. Oh, that's so cool. Alright, I want to go visit her again. Hello. Why do you want to be in this corner? Oh, please don't suffocate. Jeez. Hello. Okay, so I have the Okapi set to follow right now. It's a little bit glitchy. But let's see. Oh, that's pretty cute. Alright, let's see. Oh, they don't fit through the gates. Okay. Oh, look at her sleeping. Okay, but honestly, look. Walk out of my house. Walk up here. Okapi. What more could you ask for? Okay guys, so it's actually been a couple days since I've recorded, but I have made a little bit of progress. So as you can see, I started to put in the path here. And so I want opinions about this, if it matches okay, because it's a lot of gray and green here, but I think maybe that helps it to not stand out too much, right? Also, I have a new, so this is actually might be a bit rambly here, but I have a new fence gate here, and that's actually because I have a couple of more mods that I added. And this one is a furniture mod, so it has that, and it also has other benches. I'll show you that in a minute. But I also have another mod called Block Craftery. Hold on. Block Craftery. You might know about this mod. I've seen it before. I've never used it though. It has all of these frames that you can use. And so I've done a little bit with that, and I have so many ideas. But one of the things is you can make pressure plates that can detect only players, only mobs, etc. So now I can have pressure plates on the outside of my house. Don't need to open doors anymore. Mobs can't get in. So that's super awesome. But what I really like about this as well is that these gates connect together. So they open together like this. The only problem is, obviously, this is a 2-block center, or a 1-block center with 2 blocks for the fence gate. So that's kind of frustrating. Where is my Okapi? Where did she go? Oh, she's under here. Okay, cool. So yeah, I don't know. I want opinions about this as well. Do you think it looks really bad off center? I kind of don't like it. But then I'd have to redo this building, and I kind of want to update this building anyway in the future, make it a little bit better. So any suggestions you have, let me know. But I'm hoping the Okapi can fit through this. I cannot for the life of me get this Okapi to follow me. Watch it happens the first time here. But yeah, every time I hit follow, it just like doesn't do it. Yeah, for some reason it's not working. It'll change between stay and wander, but it won't follow me. It doesn't matter if I click once, if I click like a bunch of times. For some reason it doesn't seem to want to follow. But yeah, I also brought some leaves. That's one of the things that they eat here. I'll get more food for them later as well. And this, oh, you also might notice my skin here. I forgot to mention that as well. Okay, I'm all over the place right now. So, Cara Plays, I know I mentioned him in the last episode. I have so many things to mention. So he's the one that suggested my new mods, right? And so I actually gave him the title of Royal Mod Advisor. I added the royal part just now, but he suggested the mod advisor part. So I thought that was super cool. But he also changed his skin to a zookeeper skin in his series. And so I decided I wanted to try it out. So this is what I came up with. Just thought it was kind of cool. Also, let me see. Is it working? Yeah, so he also suggested a resource pack. So as you can see, I'm wearing armor, but only the elytra shows up. So I thought that was kind of cool. Definitely thank you so much, Cara. But I also wanted to mention, Cara actually invited me to come to his zoo to visit, and he actually let me help him build a whole habitat. So that was super nice of him, and it was so much fun. So I'm going to have a link to that in the description here. I definitely think you guys should check it out. Mostly for Cara. I feel like I'm embarrassing, but he was okay with the episode, so that's all that matters. And it was a lot of fun. So yeah, definitely check that out, you guys. But yeah, the other thing that I wanted to do for my habitat here is I brought an enrichment ball here, which is one of the things the Okapis can have. Why is this not attached to the tree? I don't know what's going on. I'll have to grab some of those leaves again. But yeah, let's see. Where do we want to add this? I think probably just onto this tree here, maybe? I don't know how these work as much. I don't use the enrichment balls as much as the other stuff. But I'm thinking maybe like here would attach. Oh, cool. It does. Okay. I'm not sure if I like that as much or if it should go somewhere else. I don't know. That kind of looks nice. So I think I'm going to leave that for now, and I might move that in the future, but at least now we have enrichment as well, so that's really good. So yeah, and I've decided I'm going to leave this gate here open. I'm going to see, maybe the Okapi will eventually wander over there. I'm going to just see if it can set to wander to make sure that she can just move about. But yeah, I'll see if maybe she'll come in here. But it's just sort of to at least make it an illusion that she can decide to be, oh, I want to have some shelter right now. Or she can decide to hang out here. Oh jeez, I thought you got out for a second. What are you doing? Oh, also guys, I completely forgot. Okay, so there was one other mod that Cara suggested to me, and it's called Future MC, I believe. And basically it adds a whole bunch of stuff. You may have noticed I have this stripped oak wood. So that was not in the game at this point. And so now I have those. I have the actual trapdoors for like spruce, jungle, all of the trees and stuff. So yeah, I think it goes up to 116. I think it adds a whole bunch of stuff. So like netherite is now in my world. Obviously all of the wood and stuff. They added the panda mod, or panda mob. It's just so much stuff. So yeah, I've got a lot of stuff that I can do now. So yeah, I'm actually super excited. Actually, I'm always excited for this series and this world. but I definitely appreciate all of that. It's going to be so much fun. Okay, and there's another thing that I wanted to show you guys since I added the better foliage mod. I think that this actually helps so much with the leaves, and I actually wanted to add something like this, but I didn't know what the mod was called, and I didn't look into it yet before Cara let me know what this mod is. But I think just having a little bit of extra leaves like hanging down like that and a little bit more dynamic, I think that looks so much cooler here. So I hope you guys like that. But I'm definitely excited about it. Alright, and if we head up here, so I've started working on the path stairway that's going to be up here, and I've added a little bit of terraforming here, opening this up. So somewhere around here, this is where the habitat's going to go for the next frog. Of course, I still have a lot of work to do on this. It's quite a mess right now. But what I'm thinking is, so this path will kind of sort of line up with that path that comes up over here. Obviously I have to fix all of this as well. Lots to do here. But yeah, so we're going to have that path probably meet up with this one somewhere. And then it's going to wrap around and start spiraling around the tree. And we're going to have more frog habitats here. But yeah, this has been a tough project. Just because I don't know exactly how I want to lay it out, and I want to make sure it looks pretty decent. And my school semester is starting. It actually started a couple of days ago. And so I'm taking 3 different classes. None of them seem too tough. Should be some interesting stuff at least. But it will keep me a little bit busier. Luckily I am working less hours at work now though, so that should balance it out, and I'll still have plenty of time for episode. Oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh. Excuse you? Please come down from there. Okay, I'm just gonna push you. Okay, I think it was from here. So we're just gonna do that. Okay. Hopefully she can't get back up there. I don't think they can jump from here, probably. Please don't scare me like that, jeez. Okay guys, so I've actually had 2 different name suggestions for our jaguars. So we're going to head over here and do that now. And let me actually get out this book as well. So one of the name suggestions was for our male jaguar right here. I actually didn't know which one it was. I knew it was one of the 2 spotted ones. But that name suggestion was Diego, and that name suggestion came from Simon. So thank you so much, Simon. This guy's name is Diego now. And then the other name suggestion was for one of our black panthers, black jaguars here. They're both females, I believe. Where's the other one? Over here. Yeah, they're both females, but the name suggestion I have for them is Bagheera. And so I am just going to name one of them Bagheera. I know that the actual character Bagheera is a male and would be a leopard because the story takes place in India and jaguars are from South America. But the name is just so fitting. And so you are now Bagheera. Thank you so much, Cara, for this suggestion. I love Bagheera. He's one of my favorite characters. And I had actually thought about naming one of these guys after him as well. But obviously with the weird situation, I wasn't sure. But I think it's a good idea. So thank you so much, guys. However, I think that is going to do it for this episode. I definitely want to get this episode out, and I've gotten a lot done. Mostly just this habitat, but I have so many ideas that I'm thinking about, and just plans in the background that I'm kind of working on a little bit, trying to get things ready. But I do want to finish, obviously, our barn, maybe change it a little bit, add a second Okapi habitat behind this, obviously get working on our frog habitats, and there's just so many more. But the other thing, I wanted to see what you guys think, but I wanted to see about maybe doing some sort of zoo renovation episode coming up here. And so I was thinking maybe episode 40, because that's coming up and it's kind of a nice round number. I could just do that next episode if you guys would prefer, or I could just sort of do that in the background. So let me know if you have any thoughts about that. But I definitely want to update things with the new mods that I have, and just sort of, I know some of the habitats need more space, and so I just kind of want to see if I can do something to change up the zoo and make it the best it can be. But anyway, that is going to do it for this episode. So as always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye everyone.